Oh, don't touch that. No. Are we in?
Yeah.
Everything's working.
Everything's working.
Are you sure?
It's on. Camera's in place.
Let's
Oh wait,
go.
hold on.
Oh, fuck. What'd you do? Oh, you got your Krispy Kreme hat. Bexley's already halfway destroyed ours.
Bronson did not
cool
like his.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, Bexley didn't like hers either. She wanted to just because Owen was wearing his, and then I put it on her head, and she's like, no, no. Like, she was freaking out about it.
I didn't
So,
notice
yeah,
this, but apparently they're adjustable.
Yeah, they are. If you pull too hard on them, they become non-adjustable. Bexley taught us that.
Welcome back to Just Got Off Podcast. We are back from vacation and not on probation. Thank God. We probably easily could have. We did not make. Actually, we made a bunch of new friends on the interstate.
Yeah.
Telling them to fuck off and get the fuck out of our way.
Yeah, that's about the only way to get around there. You got to give him the old.
And he can kiss my dick. And if I get the chance, he's going to.
Yep.
Traffic's crazy down there.
And
you can literally be moving 70 mile an hour, and then you're down to like 10.
Yep.
Just around the curve.
Or 0.
And then you're back up to 70 around that next curve.
Yep. Or then you're rolling like 85, 90, and then all of a sudden you're like 3-lane highway, and then wham, stoplight. Like we did when we got into town. We were seriously, right, Stephanie and I were like, we're just cruising along, got adaptive cruise control. We drove rented a 2023 Mitsubishi Outlander, super nice car, well done Mitsubishi. We'll take one of those for mentioning your name on the podcast.
2. Make that 2.
Those. We need two of them. Yeah.
Those.
Very nice car. First of all, John and Karita rode around in the back seat. I drove pretty much the whole weekend. Stephanie was passenger princess as well.
And we threw a cooler around back here too.
Yeah, we actually
finally learned to seatbelt that thing in.
Yeah, I had to seatbelt the cooler back in there because it was flopping around and sloshing all over the place. Yeah, we had a good time, man. Other than the fucking traffic and shit, that shit it sucked.
Yeah, that's part of it down there, though.
Yeah.
So let's kind of break the trip down a weekend.
All right.
Kind of do a summary of that, and then we'll jump into the episode like we normally do. First of all, we pulled in the parking lot down there just a little bit before you guys, and our car registered 102 degrees. Nice
Sweaty.
and toasty. I remember looking down, like we were probably about a half hour, 45 minutes away, and it said it was 99. And I pointed at it, and Creenie goes, "Gross." And I rolled the window down just a tick, just to stick my arm out, just to see how it felt. And it was not good. I already knew that it was gonna suck, and outdoor activities were off limits.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm really glad we decided not to go play golf. I mean, it probably wouldn't have been terrible in the morning when you and I would have actually played, but by the time we'd have got to the 10th, 11th hole, it'd have been
Well, and it had stormed. It had stormed or rained or something Friday night, didn't
Friday
it?
night.
Into Saturday morning, yeah. So it just would have been really, really muggy and awful.
Yep, it'd have been fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Too.
So
Keep
you
going.
guys got there. We cut up probably about 5 or 6 dozen just got off podcast business cards that you printed off last minute.
Yep.
Quickly in record time, you know, the lady behind the counter there at the hotel, she did a on pulling them motherfuckers back off the counter.
Yeah.
He set 2 of them up there by the credit card machines, and they didn't last but 5 minutes, I don't think.
Yeah.
So,
but the one lady that was leaving did ask us about our podcast.
Didn't you give her one?
I gave her one.
Yes. So, some people showed interest. Some people were very hasty about it, but whatever.
But we left them fuckers everywhere. We left them on fucking urinals. We left them on fucking
on mirrors, on counters,
credit card machines,
T-shirt stands. They were everywhere.
They were fucking everywhere.
And I've got the ones you gave me too. I've got to cut those up because I wasn't asking that lady behind the counter at the hotel for scissors again. Like after you had already asked them. Like we're sitting in the lobby because we're waiting for our room to open up and be ready. And Dana was like, "Hey, do you have some scissors I can borrow?" So we're literally sitting in the lobby, and he's cutting these like whole cardstock pieces of business cards, cutting them up. And I wasn't gonna ask because she had already taken away.
I don't even remember what I did with them.
They were stuffed in your pocket at one point.
Yeah, I had them.
I've got that envelope.
Yeah, I had them stuffed in my little billfold. Where we went, I fucking dropped one off, laid one on the side of the little chair we were sitting in, or I'd drop one just randomly walking by one of the little Sunglass Hut vendors in the fucking mall.
Oh,
I'd drop one just right there, you know. So they're fucking everywhere in Nashville now.
So what do we do Friday night?
We stayed in traffic for a little while.
Yeah, because we had 2. Oh fuck. Yeah, so we had 2 escape rooms on Friday night. Which ones did we do? Was that Haunted Cabin?
Haunted Cabin.
And Apocalypse. Correct?
Yeah.
So those were both pretty cool. Haunted Cabin was actually a very well decorated and designed room. Very tricky, very dark, very dingy.
Yep.
That makes every room tricky when you can't hardly see. Oh, is that the Haunted Cabin? Yeah, you got the shirt for the Haunted Cabin on. So which one does Steph have on?
Steph has on Apocalypse.
Okay, she's got the Apocalypse one. Okay, so she'll have to stand up and show her. Let me call Karina in here.
Stephanie says Apocalypse. Yep.
Okay, I'm yelling for her, seeing if she can hear me through the door. I muted the mic a little bit. So we'll go ahead and cover that. And then the other rooms that we did on Saturday night was Alcatraz and Asylum. And this is kind of where the dreams come true and the crushed dreams kind of happen, because we broke a record. we broke the Alcatraz record, and they didn't act like they gave two shits. So, this is the Alcatraz shirt.
Yeah, keep turning. Keep turning, buddy.
Am I turning?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we're good now.
Okay, and then we bought all four of their shirts. So then Karina got the Asylum one. Oh, look at the baby belly.
Baby belly.
Baby belly. Turn around. And then she got the Asylum. Look at her model that thing.
Nice. Woo! Well done.
Yeah. So, okay. But yeah, we broke a record, and they acted like they did not give a shit. You were actually the first one to point it out. The record was 37 minutes and 1 second.
1 second.
And we asked, was that the time that was remaining, or was that the time that they did it in? And oh my God, Dad is trying to die. He commented in the chat asking if that shirt was a 5X.
Somebody's gonna get dead. My chat is not working.
This is why people don't like in-laws. Jesus. I hope she don't see that. But anyway, yeah, so the lady was like, "Well, I'm not really sure." And I said, "We're going to have to call a manager."
Cuz we need to know.
Oh, there it is. Karina saw it. Can you divorce your in-laws?
Unfortunately, no.
I told her, I told the girl, I said, "Well, we kind of need to know." I said, "This is like our 43rd? Yeah, no, 41st. This was our 41st room. We've done 40 rooms." I said, "We broke one record before down in Florida." I said, "I have waited months just for this room. Like, I would like to know if we just beat the record, because you have to do it in 3 clues or less. We used 2, and they were bullshit, and they were stuff that we were just way overthinking that we shouldn't have had to use, but we did."
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'll be right back." So she leaves the room, comes back, and she's like, "Yeah, that is the new record." I'm like, "Hell yeah, like we're pumped. We're amped up. We just did something fucking awesome. We are in a tourist area where people come and do these fucking escape rooms." They had a pin board of the United States on the bottom of their fucking staircase where you put little pins, like for a pin cushion in. And you couldn't hardly see the map because there were so many people from all over the country that had came there to do this escape room. I was fucking
we
pumped.
Couldn't even
so excited.
Like there was so many like Southern Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, that area, like that fucking belt right there, that like we couldn't even hardly get our fucking pins in Terre Haute. Like it was so many.
Like even in the southeastern Indiana part where I'm at, I was like trying to use my fingers to spread pins just to push ours into the correct area. Because I mean it's just cool when you go places like that and then you do something like that. We were fucking amped. And I was like, so like for if you guys have somebody that like breaks a record, they're like, what do they get? I mean, do they get a free shirt or a sticker or whatever? And both girls behind the counter, not even fucking kidding, both girls behind this fucking counter looked at us and did this. Gave us a thumbs up.
Good job.
What?
Good job, John. Way to go, buddy.
All 4 fucking rooms with you guys?
We literally spent like $500 at your fucking location. Fucking
burnt my ass. Like going into the next room for Asylum, I was just like, I don't even want to try to get this because you don't get shit. I mean, yeah, it was such a crushed dream. Like we talked about it last episode how passionate I was about Alcatraz.
Yeah,
I have waited on this for fucking months to do this one room, and of all the 6 rooms, Karina and I did 2 of them on Sunday morning before we came home. Of the 6 rooms that we did, I was most pumped up about that one, and to break the record at that one, and then just be like, "Oh, thumbs up."
Good job, buddy.
That is purely a
fuck you. How you do?
God, man,
oh,
burnt me up.
Yeah. So Stephanie just mentioned that, obviously we bought a bunch of shirts, right? So
Bought.
so maybe we actually did get something in return for breaking their record, because I don't think you paid for your shirts.
Well, here's the deal. I gave them my card. I swiped the card. She asked me for my zip code. I put the zip code in. She handed me the machine. I gave a tip. I think it was like a $3 or $4 tip. Signed it. Hit confirm, and it went through. It was like $55. I got got me and Karina both a shirt. And I have still never seen it on my bank account.
Well,
it was never charged. But I know that I hit confirm, signed everything, put in all the information, like I did all that. So I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well,
but
I bought in quotations myself 2 shirts, and Stephanie got one as well. And then I bought you a very cool shiny holographic sticker to put on your desk, because that's John's thing now. He's got that new desk over there, and he's putting all these stickers down.
I'll have it light. I've got to get drywall dust cleaned off this thing before I lay any more down. But yes.
And I also gave you a big giant pile of stickers from my house.
Right. They are all in that envelope with the Just Got Off podcast card paper. That way they don't get bent up.
Yeah. So, but the shirts were like $. Oh, he's got the big banger, fucking triple shot.
Oh yeah, this is the triple shot French vanilla. I'd fucking be
up for 10 days.
Ready?
Oh, I heard that.
Oh
heard
the yeah.
I heard it that time.
But anyway, yeah, you got the three total, three shirts.
3 total shirts and a sticker, and I'm pretty sure that I only paid for 2 shirts. I got one for free, and she didn't charge me your stickers. Trapped Escape Games, if in Nashville, Tennessee, if you're out there, thanks so much for the shirts and the escape rooms. It was in literally like a 3-story like little townhouse. Like we thought we'd fucked up.
Yeah, when we rolled up the first day, we were like, there's no fucking way these are gonna be multiple rooms.
Right.
Like we thought we were gonna be stuck in like one single room. And this is something that Karina and I didn't even investigate because we only found this company off of a billboard last time we were down there in September, and we did some escape rooms. We were running out of time. We had to go home. We're like, that's Alcatraz. We are doing that next time we come back. So we had messaged them previously, and I'm not throwing no shade on these guys. We messaged them months ago when we got all this booked. Most of the time, their rooms have a private booking charge.
Right.
So, like, most of the rooms can hold, like, 8 people. And in order to get that private, even if you have 4, you still have to pay for 8 people. And we told them, hey, we're coming from Indiana. We got a group of 4 of us. We'd like to private book these, but we don't really, like, we will book all 4 rooms, but we'd like to see if we can do something to where we don't have to pay the private booking for fucking 32 people when we only need 16, you know what I mean? And they were very, very generous and got us all hooked up to where, we could do all 4 rooms. And then, yeah, so great rooms.
They were very well planned out. Like,
oh yeah.
What was the last one?
Asylum
was
pretty
like
cool too.
Pretty neat. Like,
and it took a lot of thought process on that one.
Like,
that
yeah,
was
we actually had to sit down and like do math and like do operations, and fucking you had to fucking sit there and do
table numbers.
Yeah, you had to do like some fucking shit with Roman numerals and stuff that I didn't even get to see because I was busy doing stuff with a periodic table. And
and that was one of them that, like, if it was just me and Karina, there was a lot of puzzles, even in Apocalypse.
The whole 13 fingers
right
thing,
there, that there was so much shit to cover that I feel like we would have struggled if it would have just been me and her. So we were very grateful that you guys were able to make that trip with us and experience those rooms, and
it was definitely fun.
Do that with us.
We were gonna
a little warm, a little toasty.
Yeah, in a 3-story townhouse with fucking 4, 5, 6 people in a 6x8 room.
And see,
Oh,
you don't realize it's
KB.
you don't realize it's a 3-story building either until like you do the rooms on the second floor, and then you go to do the next one, and they're like, "Oh, let's go up another set of
Yeah,
stairs." And we're
and
like,
it's 20 degrees
"Shit."
hotter up the next flight of stairs.
Yeah. I mean, it was just so hard for them to even keep up. But Alcatraz one was still my favorite. And I think we only did so well with that one, and it's me specifically, just because they
You
did
knew the
such a
history. Yeah.
badass job of capturing the steps and the history of that building and how the story went.
Right.
Like they did a very good job of that. I think any room that follows something specific like that in history, you have to follow the storyline and try and piece that together. That way, people that aren't familiar with it now know. Like they can learn something instead of just having fun. They can learn something from it as well. So to immerse yourself into that was pretty fucking cool. Off the escape rooms. Let's see, what else do we do?
We went to the Wax Museum on Friday.
Oh, yeah, we did. We went to the Wax Museum.
Dude, go check. If you've never seen that, go check it out. It's
what is it called? Madame what?
Madame Tussauds House of Wax.
And
if you just type in Madame Tussauds, you'll find it. I mean, it's
incredible.
John got to see me literally pick up a random guitar in there that's used as a showpiece and tune it up and play it. Like literally in the fucking wax.
Big ass fucking upright. He's playing a
big ass fucking upright bass. It was actually a really nice fucking upright bass. I mean, it played good too. But yeah, the teeth, the fucking facial hair, it is so real that if they could figure out a way to make the eyeballs move in the sockets and follow you, like if you were over here and then it followed you over to there, you know, it'd freak you out because you'd think they're real people. They look that good.
Yeah,
we've got some pictures. I have them quite on the computer yet and shit, but
yeah, but like the detail, like
teeth,
you could walk right up to them and just like the facial hair, like just the stubble and how it like transforms into like the thicker, like I mean they do a phenomenal job. I mean,
and Stephanie just said there's one in there of Minnie Pearl from Hee Haw, the TV show Hee Haw. That was the one I was the most impressed with because it looks exactly like Minnie Pearl. That weird fucking funny ass smile that she had, like, you know,
like the teeth. And shit.
The fucking teeth are like, you know, like semi enamel clear and like, oh my god, it's fucking weird.
It was wild.
It was wild.
Yeah, like if you don't realize, like, and there was a bunch of them. Even I think Steph had mentioned at one time too that we had rounded a corner, and we were like, oh fuck! Like if you walk around a corner and look ahead, there's people walking around, and like they had like so like I posted on our Facebook today the picture of me and you on the motorcycle. They have props to where you can get on shit like that and put a jacket, put a hat on, do all kinds of different shit like that. And like, so there's people doing that stuff and sitting on benches next to these wax characters, but you'll round the corner and you'll be like, holy fuck, is that person real?
They look, they literally look like they're just sitting there.
They literally just look like they're hanging out on the bench or whatever, you know, just sitting there waiting. I mean, it's wild. It is absolutely fucking wild how it works.
Crazy. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. Like, and the level of detail they have in the props as well. The first couple rooms we went in, like, I'm looking inside the guitars that some of the musicians have, and like one of them was George Strait or whatever was playing like a fucking 1964 Martin or some shit that was a legit real guitar. Like, fucking crazy.
And it's cool because they know that people like you are going to be around and will recognize that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I
mean.
Like
I'm a fucking nerd about it too. Like I was in there with I was in there with my phone flashlight and going like, "Look, John, like this is fucking real." And John's like,
"See that sticker inside the guitar?" And I'm just like, "Oh yeah." Like I don't know what the fuck I'm looking for, but I'm it's cool that you know that stuff, and you're like, "Yeah, look right inside there. See that sticker?
Yeah,
the stamping. It's got the marking. That is authentic. That's real.
That, and yeah, just a super.
Yeah.
Super nerd.
Let's get into dinner that night.
Where we go?
Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah.
So we had to go to Cracker Barrel after the escape rooms because nowhere else was open. I mean, we got out of our room at like 9:20. Everyone was closing at like 9:00, which is kind of crazy. But a lot of the really good restaurants are over by the Opry's Mall, and they stopped taking people around 9. So we were left with Cracker Barrel that closed at 10, and they were still seating. We got there about quarter after. It was right around the corner from where our escape rooms were. You and Karina both got breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Steph got dinner. I got a steak. I don't remember what she got, but you got like a country boy, and she got like I think bacon, eggs, and both of your guys' breakfast came with biscuits and gravy, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, around here, when you say biscuits and gravy around our area, anyway.
First of all, they didn't bring it.
They didn't bring it, so we had to ask. Karina and I were sitting there like eyebrows raised, like, didn't we get biscuits and gravy? And guy was like, oh yeah, fuck. He goes back. He comes out with this little bitty bowl of gravy and this huge ass fucking basket of fucking biscuits. And I look at Karina, and Karina looks at me, and we're both visibly confused because we're from Indiana. And we straight up asked the guy, is like, are we supposed to Build-A-Bear with our biscuits and gravy, like some assembly required, because there's two separate containers here.
And it wasn't like it wasn't a very big bowl.
No.
I mean, it like so. Yeah, she goes. I did not know how to feel entitled. She's like, I felt like I entitled, but I didn't know how to ask. You know, like,
are we fucking this up?
So what are we
the
doing
question
here?
we failed to ask the guy was, why didn't these come assembled? We asked for biscuits and gravy, not a share with your partner some assembly required order of biscuits and gravy.
Well, and that's the thing that threw me the fuck off, was the fact you both ordered your own meals.
Yeah.
Both meals came with biscuits and gravy, and he brought you one basket of biscuits and one fucking bowl of gravy. Like, you guys were going to split the bowl in half of gravy and do that. I was like, oh, and then, she mentioned the sausage, the smoked sausage. She thought they were like the smoked sausage links.
Right.
It was sausage patties that had been smoked.
Just sausage patties, man. Yeah.
Biscuits, gravy. What's the problem? Need a plate? Like, what the fuck, man?
So, if you go to Cracker Barrel in Nashville, Tennessee, you will get a bowl of biscuits and a basket of gravy, and they are some assembly required.
Buddy. You said a bowl of biscuits and a basket of gravy.
Hey,
you're gonna have a fucking mess.
Yep.
Well, Karina was like, I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't bring me a plate of biscuits with gravy on it, because she said the gravy was nasty. She said it tasted weird. And you came up with what?
I was trying to describe the flavor of what the gravy had an aftertaste like. And I said, so what did I say? I said it was fucking...
You said it was crunchy.
I said it was fucking crunchy. Like,
I said, did they burn it?
and then that's when I said it was crunchy. Like, Karina said it was frothy. Like, it was fluffy. And then I was like, it tastes crunchy, like the burnt ends on like a pork butt, like it's just burnt, that crunchy like burnt barbecue glaze. Even Christmas. And then John was like, and then we're going right back to the previous episode. Karina tagged me in something on Facebook. If you go to my Facebook, you can find it. And it's literally a Mountain Dew bottle that it says crunchy gravy.
Yeah.
No one on the planet had ever mentioned crunchy gravy until that very moment, and it showed up on Karina's phone. Don't tell me your phone ain't listening to you.
Yeah, if you were holy shit, I'm having a stroke. If you had ever mentioned crunchy gravy before, then you got fucked somewhere. Like, somebody screwed you over out of some good B's and G's. Hunter Rayburn said he's hitting up Hardee's in the morning for B's and G's.
Yo, they got some good bees.
Yeah, but that's assembly required too, because don't they just put one biscuit in a styrofoam container with a little styrofoam bowl of gravy in the lid, and you got to pull it out, open the biscuit, dump it in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Now see, if you go to Casey's gas station, theirs is already assembled.
I think it's funny how we're talking about this. It's like a fucking IKEA, like IKEA B's and G's or something. Like some of it's assembled, some of it you need tools.
Yeah, Karina was right though. That our biscuits and gravy at Cracker Barrel did have like a weird, like smoky bones like after. It was super like crunchy. Right here I go. Super crunchy burnt end off of fucking pork butt. Like it tasted literally like it's like they scraped the bottom of the.
Right. And we talked about that when we left. Like we got out of there at like right at 10 o'clock when they closed. So it probably was the bottom of the skillet of that fucking gravy. It probably was smoked and burnt.
Ain't no way fucking Timmy back there in the back's gonna fucking get out a new thing fucking gravy at fucking 9:30
no fresh
at night.
batches for you.
But I got this thing here. I've always wanted to do this, and I've seen it on like TikTok or Facebook Reels or whatever. We were at the Wax Museum, right? And so we come out of the Wax Museum. We're getting done. We're getting ready to go through the gift shop. And I see this gal standing there. She looks like she's making candles. Nope, she's making immortalized hand shapes,
hand molds.
And so I did one.
Hands in there.
That is the rock and roll horns. Totally came out. That's my hand
so
in there.
Badass too. Oh. Like it was so cool to watch.
It's literally like, my fucking hand, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty badass to watch her do that. I mean, she did it with just basic wax at first, and then added the colors. She dipped it in other colors, and then did the drizzle and everything else.
I'd like to figure out a way to like fill this up with like putty or something, and actually be able to get the mold of my hand out.
I don't know how you would do that.
Up there, I don't know.
Without
I'd ruin it, so I'm just gonna leave it up here on the desk somewhere. And
hell yeah, that was pretty cool.
Pretty neat. It was like $12, I think, to do it. So always wanted to do it.
What else did we do Saturday?
We did 2 more escape rooms
before dinner. Yep, we did 2 more escape rooms. We talked about those. We did Alcatraz and Asylum.
We went to the Rainforest Cafe that guy said was supposed to open at 10:45, and nobody got seated till 20 after 11.
Yeah, but like Karina just said in the comments, we went and did some moonshine tasting.
Oh yeah.
And you tried bitching out on me.
Well, I hadn't eaten anything in my defense, and I was fucking getting a little fucking bubbly guts. So,
oh man,
I tried to end on a good flavor, and it's a good thing I ended on a good flavor because I was gonna be pissed if that. What was the last one we tried? The fucking
chocolate silk.
The chocolate silk, yeah, that was one of the best ones.
It tasted like because what'd you end up on? The cake batter.
The cake batter.
What was it called? Fuck, I can't remember what that one was called either. He said it tasted like cake batter, but then the other one was called chocolate silk, and I'm like, just one more, come on, just do fucking one more with me. And
keep in mind, it's like fucking 10:30 in the morning, and those weren't like little bitty samples either. Like they were equivalent to like a good third of a shot glass.
And what, we were 14 deep.
14 deep, yeah.
At least
they had 15, 16 flavors,
yeah, that we could try. So we do the chocolate silk one, and that one tasted like the milk from the bottom of a Cocoa Pebbles or a Cocoa.
Yep.
What do you call those? Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs cereal. Fucking amazing, man. So yeah, I got the peach one, and then I got the orange dreamsicle one, and that one was incredible too.
I got a Old Smoky moonshine Paul Mason jar of orange dreamsicle moonshine stolen from me yesterday, as a matter of fact. Our good buddy Frog, supporter of the podcast, drummer extraordinaire, they were in Nashville last weekend.
Secret lover of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, secret lover of Taylor Swift. They were in Nashville the weekend before we were. and he brought me back a whole quart of Orange Dreamsicle, Old Smoky Moonshine. Brought it to me yesterday when we didn't even go home. We went right to a friend's commemoration party. I was like, oh man, thanks. Throw it in the fridge. And the next thing you know, they were like, Richie Chubb, who's a good friend of ours, he drank all your moonshine. So I went and stole his moonshine that Frog gave him, which was the same stuff, and put it in a refrigerator in the back of the barn. And then somehow somebody found that moonshine and drank it too. You know how much I got? I got a little bitty sip. A little teeny tiny sip. Probably less than what the samples were that they were given at Smithville.
Oh, dude.
I was mad about it.
Did you get any moonshine from Smith Creek's?
I did not.
Damn it.
You got 4 flavors, I think, didn't you? Because you had a buddy that was.
Yeah, I had a buddy that wanted some. So I picked him up. He wanted I do believe the strawberry shortcake one. I think he wanted the orange dreamsicle as well. But then both of us, you guys and us, we got some of their Smith Creek steak seasoning. I'm excited to try that. I told Karina I want to make some steaks on the pellet grill this week to try that out. And then we got a couple candles. I got a vanilla bourbon candle, and then we got like a blueberry one. We got a blueberry one last time we were down there, and we burn it all the time, and it smells incredible.
Yeah,
so
we got another one.
They don't have their blackberry one. Yeah, that fucker smelled like you opened up a jar of maraschino cherries.
Yeah, I love those.
It was incredible.
That's one of my favorite things. I love fucking cherries, man.
And then we were talking about the apple one too. Like the apple one.
Yeah.
Like it's not something that I would want to burn, but they captured the smell of fresh, like Granny Smith apples perfectly. I mean, it was incredible how dead nuts it was. So yeah, we killed some time there before they could get us seated and opened up. Went to Rainforest Cafe. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was sweet. Was it like thunderstorm every 20 minutes? It actually thunderstorms in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, Dana went to the bathroom and there was a big old they're screaming volcano. They're screaming volcano. I don't fucking know why, but yeah, they first started freaking out, and then we're like, shit, Dano's in the bathroom. We came back out and asked him if it doesn't. He's like, oh yeah, lights and shit dim down and flicker and do all kinds of shit in there too.
You can hear it shaking the walls and it vibrates the toilet seat and everything. Yeah.
Oh good lord. It's a little bit of help. That's all.
Yep. And what we do after that? So we did our escape rooms.
Yep. No, well, we did escape rooms.
Oh, wait a minute. Time out.
What did we forget?
So we're in the mall. We finished our lunch right after Rainforest Cafe. We decided that we're just gonna go walking down the thing there. We make our rounds. We go into Bass Pro and check that out, and we're coming back. And you guys, we're gonna go down this way. You're gonna go to the Columbia store. Steph wants Starbucks. We get up to the Starbucks in the food court. I sit down. Lady sits down next to me, and she is like literally suffering from fucking heat stroke. Now, mind you, it's like 85, 90 degrees in this fucking mall. They had like 0 air conditioning.
It was rough, dude.
It was a little bad. So this lady is like, I'm sitting by myself. She comes over and she's like, I'm sorry, I gotta sit down. And she's like pouring sweat. Like she's got a puddle underneath her. She's flush red. Eyeballs are rolling back in her head. So she sits down, calms down. Her family's just like, she'll be okay. Whoop. And they just fucking walk off, like, and just fucking leave her sitting there. Meanwhile, Steph's in line at the Starbucks thing. She goes through the line in like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 minutes, puts her order in. She proceeded to spend another 30 minutes at the Starbucks line waiting for her coffee. It was a 40-minute fucking coffee order.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we're sitting there watching somebody have a heat exhaustion episode too, because we're sitting there next to a little kiosk area and some chairs trying to stay cool. And you said, hey, like, Steph's waiting on a fucking 47-minute coffee order, like giving her shit. And I look over, Karina and I look over, and in the store next to us, there's a lady laying on the floor. And, like, they're kind of fanning her down. So I go over to one of the drink stations. I'm like, hey, I said, there's a medical emergency over here. I said, there's a lady that is very hot. She's passed out. She's on the floor. They're trying to fan her off and cool her down. Can I get an ice water for her, please? And she's like, yeah, of course. And she dropped everything she was doing that she was making and went and grabbed an ice water and brought it back for me so I could take it over to her family and try and help her out. So, and by that point, when you guys were getting there, medics had just got there and was helping her out and attending to her as well. So,
Right.
but yeah, it was incredibly hot. It was 102, like I said, when we got down there on Friday, and then 98. It was 98 on Saturday. So it was a scorcher down there, man. So
Steffi drank iced coffee, just for clarification. Iced
whatever,
coffee.
dude.
She didn't drink hot coffee.
Yeah, they didn't even fucking. It wasn't even like the thing had to heat up, and we had to wait on the water to warm. And,
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we did. Let's see, we did moonshine tasting, Rainforest Cafe, 2 escape rooms, and then Guitar Center, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Went to Guitar Center.
We went to Guitar Center. I almost bought a guitar. I was really, really close.
That would have been cool, though. It would have been a memorial,
right? A memento,
something like that. Yeah, memento, something like that.
Not a Mentos, a memento.
No, I'm not talking about the mints. I just could. I just.
They had a really nice purple Jackson in there that I wanted. I did take a picture of another Ibanez that I'm thinking about calling down there and seeing if I can get him to sell it to me for $250. Looks like they've had it for. But I've been on the hunt for a very not particular guitar, but just a guitar that suits me, so that I can give my current guitar that I'm borrowing back to original.
Right.
I'm like, whew. You know how some people are like, oh, I have this particular pair of gloves when I'm racing, or I have this type of helmet, head sock, whatever. Oh, I gotta have this brand of shoes, socks, whatever. Man. I'm like that with the feel and the mojo and the soul of a guitar. I'm gonna go fucking play a guitar, like.
Right. Like you picked up like a $3,000 guitar, plugged it into the amp, did a few chords and stuff, a few little hits on it, and then was just like,
this guitar
kind of sucks. I'm just like, fuck, dude, I would never know that, to pick up a $3,000 guitar and play it and be like, this thing sucks.
It had no life to it. It had no soul.
They would tell me, they'd be like, get the fuck out of here, you little peasant. You know? Because I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I would just be happy that the fucking thing made noise. Even a positive noise would be good for me. So, I wouldn't have
we took you into the platinum room and let you see like $10,000 plus guitars.
Fuck, dude. There was a $25,000 what was that thing called?
Telecaster.
Well, it was a historic. What was it? A legendary? Is that what they called it? Vintage. The vintage. Yep. Yeah. Like $25,000 guitar.
1961 Esquire, the Squire Telecaster. Like one of the very first ones. Fucking beat the hell. 25 grand.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool. Then we checked out the acoustic room. That one almost so I don't know how it's working. My dad got an acoustic guitar and he was wanting to do some lessons and start learning how to play. And I almost pulled the trigger and bought just a decent little, $250, $300 acoustic down there.
Dude, you should have. We could have picked one. I'd have picked you a fucking diamond, dude.
Yeah.
I sold guitars for Guitar Center for like 10 years, and I was always the guy getting beat up about the price. I wish you would have told me that, because even just for the fun of it, I would have wanted to start smoking some of them sales guys.
Well, I promise you that when that time comes, that if I decide that's what I want to do and I want to start learning and teaching myself too, so Dad and I can play together or whatever, like I'll come to a Guitar Center over there and I'll let you go in there and just completely fucking rattle some salespeople.
I want to do it so bad.
I'll decide the one I like and want, and then you could just fucking beat the hell out of them. So
I love it. Great. It's a date.
So let's get into some more shit. We get out of Guitar Center, and it was perfect timing. We look across the parking lot, and it is fucking pouring down rain. We could see it. It's
sun's shining on us, but like,
it's drying a devil's ass where we're at. But over there, across there, I mean, it is fucking pouring, and we're like, well, this is perfect. So we hurried up, get in the car, rolled the crack windows up so we don't get soaked. 97 degrees is what the thermometer reads in the car for outside.
Mm-hmm.
So we drive maybe 5 minutes down the road.
Yep, 5 minutes down the road.
We spot a Krispy Kreme donut store. And Karina's like, well, I want a donut. Well, nobody's fucking arguing with the pregnant lady. So
No,
we do a U-turn, try to cut through a parking lot of
that
cars,
didn't
which
have a cut
did
through.
not work out. We ended up climbing 2 fucking mountains and climbing back down the mountains. It's pouring at this point, pouring down rain.
Fucking
So
flat
by the
out
time we
fucking
get
storming.
down the road, turn around this car lot, go back up toward the Krispy Kreme donuts, it has dropped 20 degrees outside. It was 77 degrees when we
77
finally
degrees.
got to, it had dropped 20 degrees in a matter of 5 minutes because of the rain up there, or down there.
Fucking nuts.
So Dano drops us off at the front door. All 3 of us fucking haul ass running inside. I mean, it is pouring. I mean, there's a river running beside the curb and stuff.
Dude.
It was pouring. So we get inside, and like we're fucking amazed. It is a little donut factory in there.
Little donut factory, dude. Yeah.
They are literally like the round original glaze,
rolling up donuts,
fucking lines, and they're sitting on the oil. They're floating on the oil, and they go into this machine, and it goes, bloop, flops them over. So now the cook side's up and the raw side's down. So it's still rolling down. It comes up out of the oil, and then it's rolling down these rollers. And there's a fucking band that is probably, I don't know, 18, 24 inches wide, the roller path, and it is dripping. I mean, it is just dumping icing out. So all these donuts are just rolling underneath this icing. So it goes down a good, I don't know, 8 feet.
8 feet.
Makes a Terre Haute, reverse turn 3 and 4, and starts coming back, and it goes. They're cooling this whole time.
Nice big paperclip turn.
Yep. And then they come back out the other side, and they've got a guy sitting there. Boom, 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 boom.
He's piling them in boxes, dude.
Piling them up. So we get in there. We order a dozen, get some chocolate milk. You guys order a dozen, get you some drinks and stuff, and we go and sit down. And the guy walks up to Stephanie, and he, like, there was a black guy that had been packaging him. He comes out, and he's like, hey, you got wet. You got wet for us. Here's 3 free donuts. You get 3 free donuts for you. And he walks over to the roller. These things are fucking fresh. They couldn't be any more
hot,
fresh.
dude.
Piping hot. Hands her 3 donuts. So then he's like, walks over to my wife. He said, hey, pregnant lady. You want some free donuts too? And she says, well, I'm not going to tell you no. And he goes,
here's 4 for you.
Okay. So he goes over to the roller and grabs 4, and he goes, you're eating for 2, so you get 4. And he hands her 4 hot ass, no plate, no napkin, nothing.
He had rubber gloves on.
Fucking just hands her 4 hot ass, freshly glazed cooked donuts. Oh, they were fucking amazing.
They were great.
Best donuts I've ever fucking had in my life.
Krispy Kreme,
were so soft.
Krispy Kreme donuts have that weird, like, aftertaste. Like that stick to the roof of your mouth, like fucking kind of waxy aftertaste.
Like coming to a smoke shop.
Yes.
Donuts. Yes.
And when we ate them right off of the thing, they didn't have that.
It was wild.
They were amazing. I mean, like, we have this place here called Square Donuts, and everybody knows about Square Donuts. Right? They're the best fucking donuts on the planet. Fresh Krispy Kreme donuts are top tier, superior to Square Donuts.
I will never talk shit about Krispy Kremes ever again.
Me either, ever again.
That was such a cool experience. And, like, the guy had to have thought we were stupid because we walked in and I'm taking pictures of the conveyor. I'm taking pictures of flips. She's taking a video.
There's a picture of me on Facebook. I'm standing there with the Krispy Kreme hat, like, what's up, dude?
Yeah, I got a picture of, like, the frosting fountain, I guess I'll call it.
Yeah.
And, like, man, it was fucking awesome. So, shout
out to Karina for wanting a donut.
Yeah, because that
was one of the coolest experiences of our whole trip.
Yeah, that gave us we bought 2 dozen donuts and ended up getting 7 for free.
Yep.
So, and even the ones that we got in our box, obviously we didn't realize we were getting free donuts, but like when we got our dozen donuts, 2 of the dozen that we got were just the original glaze. We just wanted to try those. Yeah, my wife's throwing shade now. She said, how else would I fit into my 5X?
You just better throw up the white flag now, Fred.
Yeah, Dad's
surrender now.
Dad's gonna be walking around with a hat with a white flag sticking out of it.
that one didn't that one didn't go over the bow. That one hit pure broadside.
Yeah, but no, dude. Yeah, it was a very cool experience. So we leave there, we were gonna go back to the hotel. Traffic is shit
Again.
And yeah, again, we were worried that we weren't going to be able to get to the hotel, and thought we were just going to end up having to turn right back around, face traffic again to get back to our escape rooms for dinner reservations at night. So we just went ahead and went back to the mall, hung out for a little while because it was it was in the same places where our reservations were. Checked out some stores, did some Dave and Buster's. Steph got lucky as fuck and hit a jackpot on one of the machines.
Yeah, one of them little ones with the lights and spins around in a circle, and it's got one light that's green. You stop it on the green light. She lit it up on the first try. So we swipe the card again and it goes around, and she fucking nails it for a fucking 1,000 tickets jackpot right on the second fucking try. Fucking crazy.
Yeah,
which reminds me of a story in the casino, which I told you about. She sits down, it's 5 a.m., fucking puts her elbow on the fucking thing, on the slot machine in the casino, and it fucking starts spinning and wins like $300. Wasn't even her money. She didn't even put any money in it. Like, I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, cash out. Cash out. You know, and by this time, I'm up like $300 or $400 because I just spent an hour at the blackjack table. So I'm like ready to leave. You know, I just got my second or third meal after playing that night. And
that's like a second wind. At that point, everybody's just like, give me my money. We gone.
We gone, motherfucker. Speaking of sound effects, hold on. Let me find this one. I got to play this one.
Fuck you!
Because we are going to have a new Just Got Off podcast t-shirt for one of our most supportive members of the crew here.
Put it up there. Put it up there. Pow. Show them what they got.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Keith fucking Bradley t-shirt to the chat.
How you doing?
How you doing? So I got to do a little bit of editing and stuff, but that is Keith fucking Bradley. Let me zoom in here. So the little name tag says, "Hello, my name is Keith fucking Bradley." And if we scroll up here, famous saying that he says all the time, obviously we have it here on the Just Got Off podcast.
That's a great picture too.
So that one,
like, that turned out great for the editing. Why does he got little T-Rex hands?
Because he sent me a picture, and it was like, he was like, "How you doing?" And I just couldn't get it to look right, and so I made it to where I'm trying to make it look like he's going like Joey from Friends, like, "How you doing?" Yeah, like that. So I have to animate his face a little bit, but right there it is. It's in the hidden section of the Just Got Off merch store, which is streamlabs.com/justgotoffpc/merch. I would put it in the chat, but then somebody would gripe about the cameras going bye-bye to your mother. I do that every time.
Yeah, in-laws are already in trouble tonight, so
I'm hoping that at some point in time we will see these shirts in person. Like I said before, if I see you wearing one of these shirts when you're out somewhere at a sprint car race, I'm buying your beers.
Deal. Hell yeah.
Keith, thank you for your support, man. There's your shirt. It's now debuted. Well, as soon as I get the graphics and stuff done, we will put that in the merch store.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Aquarium restaurant. I guess we can kind of touch on that real quick, and then we got to jump into the episode. We're almost an hour in, and then we could try and see how quick we could push it in the hour here. That place is fucking good.
Cool as fuck.
I'm still in my head about it. You guys got a appetizer plate that had so I'll just start out saying that me and Karina, neither one are very big seafood eaters at all.
Right.
Like, I will eat fish. I'm not gonna order it, especially. I don't like it that much. I'll eat it, but as far as like, squid, oysters,
poor baby
calamari, like caviar, I don't like any of that. Crab, I don't do it. It's in my head. I'm a mental eater when it comes to that. And I'm still in with the calamari. You guys got a plate that had the crab dip and fried calamari on there. And I liked the calamari, but so first of all, Steph, like Karina said, that poor baby squid, Steph freaked me the fuck out. There was little like tentacle pieces, I guess we'll call, that were kind of like curled up and breaded and fried.
It was literally like a fucking full baby squid.
There was a whole ass fucking baby squid.
Yeah.
Like it had the whole top and multiple tentacles coming off of it, fried. And
you
she
could,
took
you
that
could,
thing
you could
and
tell
put
that
it
it was
away.
a fucking squid.
She put that away like it was fresh, clean linen laundry. I could not fucking believe it. And Karina was like, I about was done with dinner.
I'm gonna throw it.
but I tried it. I tried to do it when you guys weren't paying attention, so you guys wouldn't fucking make a scene about it. And it wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
Not bad.
I tried the crab dip again when you guys weren't looking, and I didn't want to get crab chunks. I just wanted to kind of try the dip itself, and it was very good. It had a little hit to it, a little spiciness.
Spice, yep.
So I got to try some new things. I liked it. I've got to work on getting past the mental part in order to feel comfortable even ordering that again.
See,
though.
I don't eat a whole lot of seafood either. Like I will go to the lake and I will catch a bunch of fish, like myself, crappies, bass, bluegill, and that's my idea. If I want to eat fish
Correct.
and things like that, I will eat that before I go to Red Lobster. She likes to go to Red Lobster. Excuse me. I do not.
I want Red Lobster for their cheddar biscuits, not because of what else.
I just don't even like the smell of the place, honestly.
Yeah.
And I was fearful of that aquarium restaurant, like smelling like just pure fucking Asian fucking fish cuisine, but it didn't. It had a very
very incredible, wasn't it?
It was cool, man. Like fucking big
and
4 or 5 foot sharks. I ate the rest of the ribeye today. I ate it before the podcast. It was good. The ribeye was great.
Hunter Rayburn says endless shrimp at Red Lobster slaps.
Now, see, I will eat little popcorn shrimp. I'll eat those.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with the tail.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with the tail either. I don't want to
fuck with that tail at all. Like, I don't want to play with that. See, and that's me with chicken. I don't want fucking bone-in chicken. I work really hard to be able to afford the food that I have. I don't want to have to fucking fight it too.
Yep.
I want to be able to just take a fork, jab it in it, throw it in my mouth. And I don't give a fuck. All you people out there can go ahead and start your bullshit and say that boneless wings are just glorified chicken nuggets. And you're fucking wrong. Chicken nuggets is processed. It is like a I don't even know, like a putty almost, like a crushed chicken.
It's minced chicken.
Yeah.
It's finely minced chicken.
Boneless wings, I understand, don't have fucking bones. Leave me the fuck alone. But they are still trim meat. If you cut into a boneless wing and it is like that little chunky shit you see at McDonald's, that's a chicken nugget. If it is like layers of the chicken, see, that's still good.
Agree.
Leave me alone.
Fuck y'all. Who are you to fucking judge me the way I eat my fucking chicken?
Yeah, I get so much shit because I like boneless wings. Just because I don't sit there and fucking gnaw around a bone. You little fucking tigers.
Yeah, why would you want to work that hard to eat your food anyway?
I don't, and like, it pisses me off when I bite into gristle pieces and everything too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fun, man.
Tons of bitches.
Like, I even get more mad when I get gristle with boneless.
Yeah, I hate gristle, dude. Like fucking pieces on my steak and shit. Fucked up, man. But you are a member of the Clean Plate Club. I watched John clean his plate like 3 fucking times this weekend. That fucking boy can eat.
I don't fuck around, man.
Since I've quit smoking, it is honestly changed like my eating habits, because I would go all day without eating, and then I would eat one huge ass meal and then be so fucking miserable. Now I have to eat before noon, and now I have to eat at 3 o'clock, and then I have to eat when I get home, and I have to eat before I go to bed. And like, I didn't eat very much. Like, for as fat as I am, you saw this weekend, I didn't eat a whole lot.
Yeah, you ate like Owen. Owen will take a few bites of this and a few bites of that, and you're like,
Them damn French fries though in that Rainforest Cafe,
they were good.
I was holding onto my burger in my right hand and was just fucking piling French fries away. I had 3/4 of a plate of French fries.
Well, you and Karina ordered the same thing.
Yeah,
and
she
she was
got
not happy
mad
about that. She likes to be unique, and as soon as she ordered, she like we were talking about what we were ordering. She's like, "You can't get that. That's what I'm getting." So like, Dano goes, "Watch this." Like looks over at me, "Watch this. Give me that." And as soon as she asks Dano what she wants, she goes, "I'm gonna have the same thing she's having. Exact same way. Everything."
the
So I'm
same
just
stuff.
like, "Fuck me, dude. Here we go."
She goes,
Yeah,
"I'm petty," and she said, "I'm petty." I said, "I don't care. I'm mean. I'm vindictive."
But even Karina said that those burgers were just very filling.
They were filling. Yeah, it was
I didn't
huge. It
try
was
the
like an inch and a
burgers, but
half
I did.
thick. It was a big ass burger.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna and it's like I told her, I said, if you're gonna pay that kind of price
Right.
for Rainforest Cafe and like the aquarium,
Better
I
be
want it to be filling.
premium.
Yes, I want it to be fucking thick burgers. I want it to
Yeah.
be filling. I want it to be good food.
Better be premium
Make me
portions
fucking
for a
feel
premium
miserable.
price. Yeah.
Get me ready for a nap.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, excellent food, excellent time this weekend.
For sure.
We'll have to do something like that.
I think next on the docket is probably arranging a Florida trip to the beach. Sometime.
Yeah,
with the people that you know and the people that I know and the people that want to go with us. We could probably make a pretty cheap trip if we could get enough people to go.
Yeah, we're honestly trying to decide and talk about something like that for next year. We're planning on that as well already. We're planning for maybe a couple Florida trips, one with just a family trip and then, something like that. So,
right.
Excellent. All right, let's jump into it. Today's July 31st.
We have 1 minute.
Episode 7. That's okay. We got the welcoming. We got the National Day on the history, excuses to get away. Okay, that's it. See you guys next week.
Hey, it's like that guy that reads real fast at the end of the fucking aspirin disclaimer.
Yeah, he does all the, what is that, the small print?
Yeah, the small print.
Yeah. So today is National Raspberry Cake Day, and it is also Harry Potter's birthday.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
So for all the Harry Potter fans out there, I know my brother-in-law loves Harry Potter stuff. Anytime we see a bunch of Harry Potter, he gets Harry Potter Christmas presents from us almost every year. Like we find cool shit every year to give to him. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got there.
I did my job. I ate a raspberry donut today. Does that count? Is a donut considered cake?
Yeah, we'll let it slide.
All right.
That's excuse. What are you holding? Is that a selfie stick?
Yeah, I've been fucking with a selfie stick.
I've seen you like swatting around like a redneck Harry Potter wand.
I'm a hand talker, dude. So like, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. Here's a golf tee. Let's see what we can do with this. We'll change the subject matter here. I will hold on to this and I will talk to you with this golf tee.
Great. Let's see. So yeah, we'll go ahead. I think you're up first. Teach us some history.
Okay. Today was actually kind of a boring day. There wasn't a lot to choose from, but there was some interesting things. Nothing like super fucking crazy. In 1792,
Stu, are you fucking hungry?
1792, the cornerstone was laid for the first U.S. government building, which was the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia.
Okay, so is that why? Let's get into this for a second. Is that why some of like the older historic buildings have like one big concrete block with a date?
Yes.
Put into it?
Yes. That's why. That's the very first stone that they lay, and it's usually on the corner of the building.
Well, my old school here in Milroy has that on there.
Yep.
It's got
what it is.
The EST or whatever with the date on it.
Yeah,
awesome,
and sometimes they would put like time capsules and stuff in them and things like that. So when they tore the building down, they just had one. They tore a building down, I think, in Chicago that had one that was built in like, I don't know, 1830 something. They tore the building down and it had a time capsule in it. Didn't have much in it, but it had just coins and like some books. And
that's
like
still pretty cool, though.
It's pretty neat. I love seeing shit like that.
Awesome.
In 1864, Ulysses S. Grant is named the General of the Volunteers. Excuse me. In 1876, U.S. Coast Guard Officers Training School is established in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
which is a fucking wild training program if you've ever seen videos and clips of that.
Yeah, them guys are fucking crazy shit.
Wild.
Yeah, wild ass stuff. Like SEAL training is fucking crazy. Like, but Coast Guard training is fucking like intense. Not like actually like intense, but
no, because they get wet.
Hey, did you know you can only
Here we
can't
go.
run in a campground? You can only ran because it's past tense.
You're dumb. You're so dumb.
In 1879, the first cable connection between South Africa and Europe is laid by the British electrical engineer Charles Hilston Bright as part of his project to link the British Empire with growing telecommunications technologies. 1879. So basically, the fiber optic cable went under the ocean. I don't know how they lay it in the ocean. They probably just like dump it off the back of the boat or something.
Yeah, it's probably weighted.
In 1914, German Emperor Wilhelm II threatens war, orders Russia to demobilize. That's basically the start of World War I.
Nice.
And we talked about that before with Franz Ferdinand being assassinated. There you go.
Yep.
In 1917, in World War I, the Battle of Passchendaele, Third Battle of Ypres, begins. Goes on to cause, listen to this, 500,000 casualties.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. In 1961, Israel welcomed its 1 millionth immigrant.
Holy cow.
In 1964, American glider pilot Al Parker glides 644 miles without a motor.
How far?
644 miles. So the
Holy cow.
The equivalent of me going from Terre Haute to Nashville and back in a plane.
That's crazy.
In a glider.
That's a fucking long ass way.
I don't know what was going on in the 60s, man, but well, I know what was going on in the 60s. The Rolling Stones singer Mick Jagger and guitarist Keith Richards are released from jail in England after serving 1 month on drug charges. What was going on in the 60s there, boys? In 1971, Apollo 15 astronauts take a 6.5-hour electric car ride on the moon. How about that?
Wow. That's fucking wild. Logan Prickett, when do I get an invite on here? Dude, we can get you on here.
Yeah, we'll get you on here.
Logan is one of the TQ drivers in the All-Star Circuit of Champions TQ series that I'm a pit steward in. So
you know, this is how you get fans, Logan. You pop into the podcast, you say what's up, and say, "Let me join your podcast and let's talk about random shit, and we'll get you on here for sure."
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's a good little shoe, man.
Good shoe. I like good shoes. I like good shoes that are race car drivers. Those are my favorite ones. Best screw guy for real. All right. 1988, the last Playboy Club in the U.S. closed in Lansing, Michigan.
I don't know who made that decision, but
fuck that guy. Get out of here. In 2012, Michael Phelps becomes the greatest medal winner in Olympic history as a part of the winning American 4x200 meter freestyle relay team in London.
I remember that dude.
19th career Olympic medal and 15th overall gold.
That dude was a fucking monster in the water.
Yeah, he's still fast.
Like he was. I mean, I haven't heard about him in the past few years, but
they got busted for weed a while back.
Well, who cares, dude? Like, you can't judge people on that. I get it. It's an athlete thing or whatever, but yeah, I remember he was headlined for a long time for just shattering records left and right. 2012. Okay, so
I'm looking up something here real quick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so it's 2012. Going. Yeah. I'm just trying to go into the story here. In 2019, American officials announced Osama bin Laden's son, Hamza bin Laden, and potential successor has been killed in a U.S. airstrike in Pakistan.
I remember when they announced that Osama bin Laden had been killed.
I do too, and that's why I was looking up to see what date that was. I was playing a gig.
What year was it?
2011. It was May
Okay, so
2nd.
I was a year out of high school.
I was playing a gig, and I believe that gig was in Linton at a place called Bottoms Up. And this guy comes up on stage, and he yells into the microphone, "They just fucking killed Osama bin Laden. Fuck yeah, America." And he fucking runs off the stage and runs out of the back of the bar.
Holy shit. Yeah, dude, we were partying at my uncle's house. It was me and like 3 of my buddies, and like I don't know, somebody got a text or it came up on, I think it was probably fucking MySpace at the time.
Oh
But
God.
oh yeah, we were drinking and playing beer pong, and yeah, we all celebrated that one as well too. That's pretty wild. Yeah,
Yep.
that was a cool movie too. Zero Dark 30.
Oh yeah, that was a good
Have
one.
you ever seen
Yeah.
that follows like the SEAL team and how they SEAL Team 6 and how they did that whole operation?
There's another one on Netflix called SEAL Team 6. It's a good one too.
Yeah, it was a
There's a
really
couple
fucking
of them.
badass dude.
And then following that up in 2022, most recently, Al Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri,
Bless you.
and a bag of Kleenexes, who helped plan 9/11 and attacks, was killed in a CIA drone strike in Kabul, Afghanistan. U.S. President Joe Biden calls its group's biggest blow since Osama bin Laden was killed.
What a way to go out. You get fucked up by a drone, dude.
Look at the lights, Timmy. Oh, fuck.
You hear that? Yeah.
And when they say drone, they mean this like little mini looking airplane thing. It's not like an actual.
I
fucking,
know.
you
I know it's
drone.
not like a remote
They
control
go buy
thing, but
$25 drones at Walmart that got little fucking kid controllers. They're just
Drop an
fucking
M80
dropping
on your
hand grenades
forehead.
and shit on them.
it still just looks really bad on an obituary that you got fucking wiped out by a drone. You know?
Right. Absolutely.
For normal people, you know.
So that will be this day in history.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So I had an interesting week. So the last 2 weeks, I've been training people about every day. We getting some new people in there, and I'm trained on a lot of the jobs there. So, I told my boss when I first came in there that I wanted to be a floater and just be where I was needed, and that anybody that needed help on getting jobs, trained on jobs that I was already trained on, that I had no problem getting them caught up and trying to get them points and stuff. Everything's skill based there, so you get paid for skills. The more jobs you know, the more money you can make. So, told him I'm all for helping other people grow too. So I get stuck training a bunch of people, which is really cool. You get to meet them as they come in and learn about them, develop a lot of cool friendships if they if they do stay. Some of them are a waste of time. So one of the guys, he comes in here quite a bit. I don't know if he's watching tonight, but I done told him I was calling his ass out. Zach Quarter, he's one of the guys that's on top and body with me quite a bit. And I've trained him in the paint booth and stuff as well. And my topic tonight is dumbest excuses to get out of work. This kid, he has some koi fish, and we're sitting there at work one time, and he says, "I'm gonna have to leave early. I gotta be out of here at like 2:00." And I'm like, "What do you gotta leave for?" And it's ironic that it's fucking 2:00 because that next story is at 2:00 leave or too. But he's like, "Dude, the bubbler on my fish tank quit." He's like, "I gotta get home. My fish are probably gonna be dead by the time I get home." I'm like, "Your fucking fish?" And he ended up leaving. He left. He went home to go fix the bubbler on his fish tank, and he comes back in the next day, and we're on top and body. And I said, "So the bubbler that puts the oxygen in your tank in the water for your fish, what'd you do? Just go home and just stick your face in the fucking tank and make fucking bubbles fall over? What'd you do?" Like, yeah, I make fun of him all the time.
That's funny.
But he came back to work, okay? So I give him shit about that all the time, and the fact that he did mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on one of his goldfish when he was 10. We're not gonna talk about that though. Yeah, and it worked.
Wow,
So,
no shit.
I don't
Holy
fucking
crap.
know, dude. He could be.
Now, is this the
feeding me a
guy
lot
on
of
the
bullshit.
Minecraft server?
No, this is a different Zach.
Oh,
Zach
damn.
Haley is probably on here too watching. He
Oh,
hops in
I
here
was
and
getting
watches
ready
as
to
well.
fucking go build a huge fucking fish tank, dude. Huge. Oh, I'm doing it anyway. Let's go.
Yeah,
We're gonna build a huge fish tank, John. That's the next project. We're gonna fill it full of glass and all kinds of stuff. It's gonna be great.
That would be pretty fucking cool. Can you now? All right, so we're getting off topic. Can you make a fish tank on there and put fish in it?
Oh yeah,
On
I'm sure you
Minecraft?
can. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. That's the next project. So, yeah. So I trained a guy Monday last week, and most of the day Tuesday, and he wasn't catching on very quick, and you could just tell that he didn't hardly want to fucking be there, man. Like he wasn't a worker. But round like 1:30, 1:45 on Tuesday, he says, "Hey man, like I got a doctor's appointment that I forgot about. Like it's at 2:30. I got to leave around 2." And I said, "That's cool, man. Just like let Brian or Kenny, which is the supervisor and team leader." I said, "Just let them know so they know what's going on, no big deal." He's like, "All right, cool." And he's like, "Yeah," he said, I got this severe case of athlete's foot that I can't get rid of, dude. Like I'm having problems." I'm just like, "That fucking sucks, dude." Like, and he's like, "Yeah." Well, he ends up leaving, and I told the person that was on top of body next to me because he was training with me, and then there's one other person up there. So there's two people that do the job, but there's three when we're training somebody. And I told the person next to me, I said, "He's not coming back. Like he won't be back here tomorrow." So I asked my supervisor. I told my wife that night. I said, "I really fucking hope that this dude has the worst case of athlete's foot that's ever been known." And he's not lying to me. Otherwise, he's gonna go pretty high up on the rankings of dumbest fucking things to say to get out of work. And he never did come back.
Dang.
He can't. He's no longer with us. He just wanted to use an excuse to get out of work and to go home and not come back again. So we deal with some doozies around there, and I was just curious on what are some of the dumbest excuses you've heard of for people to get out of work.
I really can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Or just things that people have done to just like fake that they're sick. I've got one I used to do when I was little, I'll tell you.
The only thing I can really think of is I remember a guy I worked with at the car center. He come out of the bathroom and he basically had his hands on his ass, and it looked like he was like trying to hold his ass cheeks together. And he fucking like he pushes the door open to the office with his ass, and he's like, "Guys, I gotta go. I'm fucking bleeding out my asshole." And then he fucking takes off fucking running. And then he comes back to work the next day, and we were like, "Yo, dude, what's up?" He's like, "Turns out I just had some like really bad like red peppers or something."
What the fuck?
Yeah, he was apparently like shitting fucking like red peppers or whatever. Like I don't.
Like they didn't digest properly or whatever.
Yeah, but he was
What
like
the fuck?
holding his butt cheeks together, like trying to like keep it inside, like.
Just get one of the Ice Mountain bottles that's got the little squeeze drink tip and just spray his ass with them or something. Poor guy. One of them that I used to do whenever, and this was to get out of school, not work. Same deal, I guess. One of the things I used to do when I was a kid when I didn't want to go to school and I wanted to fake sick, and I don't know if my parents even know this one, but they're learning all kinds of shit about how ornery I was as a kid, and I really hope that my kids never watch this until they're out of school. But even if they do, I'm gonna fucking catch them. I would sneak into the kitchen in the mornings and grab a couple pieces of bread, and I would go back into the bathroom. I'd chew the bread up, and then have a glass of water sitting there, and just get a swaller just to kind of get it like a liquefied.
Right.
It doesn't taste bad. And then I would act like I was throwing up, and then I would spit all that. Like I'd have it just like watered down. I would spit all that in the toilet and act like I was puking, and be like, "I got sick. I'm not feeling good. My stomach hurts." And I'd get to stay home because I puked. I had the stomach bug. So that was one of the things I've done. Can't think of any more that I used to do. I know I used to, like, when I was burnt out on one job, I had actually been sick one time. You little shit, my mom just said. I was smart, dude. But one of the other things I used to do when I was burnt out on this one job, like they were kind of fucking me around anyway on hours, just for the simple fact that we weren't getting. It was a on call based, and they wouldn't call you all week, and then on Friday they'd call you to come in. It's like, fuck that, I'm not coming in for 3 hours. It's a waste of my time. Like, find somebody else there to do it. But one of the things that I would do too there is like, I was actually sick one time, and I took a picture of the thermometer. Or I was sick previously one other time before that, so I took a picture of the thermometer of me running a fever. So I would use that for, like, if I didn't want to go to work, be like, I'd text my boss, be like, I'm sick, I'm running a fever, see, and like, I'd send him a picture of it and be like, yeah, just stay home.
Yeah, I would only just I really didn't like, if I don't feel good, I'm not going to work. Like, there's to it. If I'm already at work and I don't feel good, I'm going home. Like, I say, like, hey, I don't know I'm not feeling real good. I don't know what's up with me, but I'm like, I'm not going into detail, but I don't feel good. I'm going home. And like, or they even say, no, you have to stay. I'm already like got my keys in my, like, I'm rolling. Like, you're not stopping me. Like, write me up, do whatever. I don't want to be here no more. Fucking, I don't feel good.
I tough it out as much as I can anymore.
And I do the same.
The one time that I was like, I miss more work because my kids are sick or whatever than I do for me. Like, the one time I did get a point for me for work is right before Christmas break this past year. It was the last day before the break, and I was feeling like shit. Karina had a stomach bug. Owen had a stomach bug, and I could feel it coming on late morning, middle afternoon. I was trying to tough it out just to make it through the day.
Oh, I remember this. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I ended up puking through the floor grates and shit. Like, it's all like the way it is with the paint booths and stuff. There's water all underneath you and on the back walls to catch all the overspray. So there's like the little waffle color, like the little floor grates that just go down to water. And yeah, I was puking in them damn things, just trying to tough it out. And I finally told him, I'm like, I'm going home. I can't do it. I tried. Yeah. Like, I was miserable. I was losing my balance. Had the cold sweats going, and I just was not good. Man, I can't think of any other ones though that I used to do. I used to do all kinds of dumb shit, but I can't. I don't remember. I did do the thermometer on the light bulb trick one time though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that one's tricky because you have to time that one right. Like, luckily, I used to have this really fucking cool light bulb. It was blue, and it looked like somebody took a hot glue gun and put the drips on it and stuff. It was like I don't know, it just looked cool when it was lit up. So you could take and put the thermometer, like the metal tip, instead of putting it directly on the glass, you could put it on the silicone, and it wasn't as hot. So it wouldn't get as hot of a reading on there, and you could actually make it more realistic, like when it was coming back down. You just had to time it right. That one you had to work really hard for. I mean, if you really wanted off of school, you really had to work hard for that one.
I just think it's funny now that, like, speaking of being off school, I think it's funny now that, like, kids can get, like, the school's canceled notifications and, like, just text now.
Instantly.
And like we had to fucking,
or the phone calls.
Or phone calls. We had to sit in front of the fucking TV and watch the fucking scroller go by for like 20 minutes.
You still got to get the fuck up and sit there in your underwear, freezing your ass off in front of the TV in the living room.
Yeah.
Dim lights. The only light in the living room is like your mom's cigarette and the TV, and that's it. And you're just sitting there waiting for the county to pop up to see if you're going to be out of school.
See, we live in Vigo County. So we're all the way to fucking in.
Yeah, and I'm Rush County.
Right.
So
you're before me
though. The end too. yeah. So that always sucked. It almost makes you wish they would have done like at least 3 or 4 at a time on the bottom. But it was a scroll. You're right. It was like a little ticker. Some of them had 2-hour delays.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them, like, I remember they used to have 1-hour delays.
Yeah.
It was like what the fuck? Just give them 2-hour delay or get them out of there. Yeah. Yeah, 2-hour delays with the close. Man, there was no better feeling than a snow day when you were a kid, though.
Yep.
Go
Now
back
that
to sleep,
they got
wake
fucking
up, and then
flex
go
days and
sledding.
they got days that are supposed to have off. If they didn't use snow days, they can use that to have a day off, but you have to make it up at the end of the year and like fucking
Now
so
it's not
weird.
even that. Now it's not even that. It's all fucking e-learning. If you miss a day, you still go to school at home. Like you just do the shit at home.
Really?
It's
Wow.
on e-learning. Yeah, like it's
Thanks, COVID. These fucking poor kids.
yeah,
These
dude.
poor kids.
They
That's what's
taught them what
wrong with
was
kids these
possible.
days. They don't know what it's like to have a snow day and get fucked up at
Oh, they
home.
do.
You know what I
Because there was
mean?
one day, a couple of years ago, it snowed like a motherfucker, and I wasn't making it to work. 244 was bad enough the way it is, and I told my boss, I'm like, man, I am not. Like I tried going out on 244, and I said it's not fucking worth it. Like I'll be in tomorrow. And I came back home, and we got this big ass Coleman cooler, and I just fucking packed it full of snow. And me and Owen was building like. I got Owen out there. We got him in his overalls, or got him all bundled up and thick.
Right.
He was walking around like a little baby Michelin man, and we were making little snow forts and shit out there. It's crazy because it seems so long ago, and then sometimes it seems not that long ago, and then I see that picture and see how little it is, and it's like, God dang, man, like
Yeah.
it goes by quick.
Fuck yeah.
So
All right.
that's all I got. Weird
All you
science.
got? All right. It's I just wanted to expand. No, not really expand, but just I think once a week I'm gonna read a random science fact. Like totally just weird. Give you something to think about for the week.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, I thought this was kind of cool. I love thunderstorms. We had some thunderstorms this weekend, so it fits. A single bolt of lightning contains enough energy to cook 100,000 pieces of toast.
Wow.
Yeah. So if your little
Holy shit.
toaster has 2 slices in it, do that 50,000 more times. That's one bolt of lightning. But it doesn't
And
say
those
whether
things
it's
are
like just
dancing
one.
around like crazy too.
Yeah. So that's probably like one little tentacle off of a squid. You know?
Have you seen like the riverbanks that have been struck by lightning? The video of that?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit! The water just goes crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Have
it
you
can't
seen the golf
disperse the
course, the one at the
energy.
golf course where the fucking flag gets hit and it fucking like spiders out from the hole?
No.
I'll send you that one. That one's a pretty.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen some crazy bolt of lightnings and like videos, and it's scary, dude.
Space always seems so far away, you know?
Right.
Like it just seems like it's just fucking forever away. If you were to drive your car to space, it would take you about an hour to get there. Like straight up. It'd only take you an hour to get to space.
So it's going how fast?
I would assume I have the speed of the interstate.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I was saying because there's, 55 mile an hour is the highway speed, and then
Okay, so
you got
how
the
far is
interstate
space
70
away from
mile an
Earth?
hour.
It's 60 miles an hour. It's 62 miles.
60. Oh, wow. And that's exactly what I set my cruise to whenever I'm going down the highway, 62 mile an hour.
That's slow.
It's 55.
Oh, that's
55.
55.
Speed limit's 55, but I set it at 62. So it's
Oh.
7 mile an hour above.
9 you're
On the
fine.
interstate,
9 you're
I'm
fine.
like-
10 you're mine.
Yeah. At the
Not me. I'm hauling balls.
on the interstate, I'm usually about 83, 84.
Yeah,
But-
I think I cracked over 95 passing a dumb fuck there on Friday on the way down. I zipped it up pretty close to 100 miles an hour getting around that dipshit in that fucking Toyota.
Yeah, we pretty much cruised on the way back home. We hurried down and we just kind of cruised on the way back. She was having a lot of back pain, was very
Right.
uncomfortable on the way back home, so we just kind of
We
rolled.
kind of
She's like,
drove.
"Could you hit any more fucking bumps in the road?" I said, "Trust me, if I could fucking avoid them, I would. This is bullshit." Like, 65
Pop a
was
ball
a fucking
joint.
mess, dude.
Pop a ball joint on
man,
the
it was
car and
bad.
Karina's leg.
Yeah.
My
You
cat
got any
is
more science?
no more science. Just we'll do one or two a week. No more science. John likes this. Did you hear that, guys? He went,
Oh.
oh.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
My cat is telling me that I have overstayed my welcome over here.
Well, you can get the fuck over it. We still got a couple more topics. Let's jump into the would you rather's.
Okay.
None of these are really kind of crazy, but would you rather only watch nothing but all Christmas Hallmark movies or all horror movies?
I'm killing myself.
No, that's the most fucking Stephanie answer I've ever heard in my life.
Because I hate them all. I honestly,
horror.
I think I'd rather watch Christmas movies.
That's because it's going to disturb your peace. It's going to disturb your sleep and everything.
Yeah.
I knew what you were going to answer. I just didn't know how far you'd go to avoid the horror movies.
Yeah. I'd go pretty far to avoid the horror movies just so I could sleep.
I'm going to watch the horror movies. Like, they don't bother me that bad.
I hate fucking Christmas and shit anyway. I hate Christmas movies. It's always fucking girl fucking goes to a new town, meets a guy.
It's the same shit.
Fucking split up, and then they meet their fucking forever people down the road at the bar.
Yeah.
Fucking eat a dick.
It's the same shit, different characters, different setting.
If it ain't fucking the claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Yukon Cornelius is the star of that movie.
There's like 4 or 5 movies that I watch every Christmas year that I have to. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Elf.
It's the stupidest movie ever. That movie's so fucking dumb.
Oh, shut the fuck up. God.
Fucking God.
That's a fun one.
No. Go to hell.
Yeah. And then The Three Fridays.
The Three Fridays? Really?
Yep, Friday, and then I'll watch next Friday, and then Friday after next. I'll watch those because the first Friday really isn't a Christmas movie, I guess, but the next Friday and Friday after next are kind of Christmas.
Well, let me ask you this: is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
I don't think so either.
No.
Just because it's fucking snowing. Is Home Alone a Christmas movie?
Yes.
All right, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I could do the Home Alones. Those are pretty good too. Up to 3. Like Home Alone 1, 2, and 3 is okay. I think there's more than that though.
I don't know.
Yeah, Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? That's fucking funny. That's what I told Stephanie. So we get into our rooms, we get checked in, and our fucking phone starts ringing in the room, and that's how I answered it. Karina's like, that's got to be them. So I answered. I'm like, Buddy the Elf. What's your favorite color? And Stephanie's like, what she asked me? She said she wanted room service, and then. Oh, she said, "Yeah, we like room service. We'd like to order some cocktails." I said, "I have a cock, no tail."
See, I didn't hear any of that.
Oh yeah, she said, "We'd like to order some room service. We'd like to get some cocktails." And I said, "I have a cock, no tail." And she lost it. She started laughing. So that was I confirmed right then and there. That thank God it was not actually a lady at the front desk.
Right, that'd be funny if it was.
Yeah, it was the one that we just pissed off that just threw away all of our fucking just got off podcast business cards.
Damn it. Yeah.
But no, yeah, those are I love those Christmas movies for sure. I have to watch those about every year. All right, would you rather walk to work in high heels every day or drive to work, but you have to do it only in reverse?
I'm driving in reverse. Them motherfuckers can get the fuck out of my
dude.
way. I ain't walking nowhere in high heels.
I have a hard time not fucking rolling my ankles walking normal, let alone sticking my ass in heels.
Yep.
I don't have a snowball's chance in hell to make it there if I walk in high heels.
One, I'm going to be late.
Oh, yeah. I'm calling my boss as soon as the rules are set that morning. I am being forced to drive to work in reverse. This thing's going to be rev limited as fast as it can go. I will be late.
I'll be there when I get there, Chief.
Yeah. And the last one I got is, would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
I would rather be in a robot apocalypse.
Really? Yeah. I would go opposite just because I feel like I'm smarter than a zombie and that I could control the situations a little bit better.
See, I feel like I could use the pieces from dead robots to fight all the robots.
But I see
I
the
turn them
things
against
that I've
each other.
seen, like, I would hope so. I mean, I don't have that confidence. So it's nice that you do
Right.
to play the flip side of this one. But I don't feel like I could, and I feel like that all of my strengths, they would observe, learn, adapt, and then conquer, and would just make them stronger. That they would just they would have a never ending learning curve that would just cause them to fuck everyone up.
Right.
They would just become a stronger thing, whatever. A fighter. I feel like a zombie is just fucking dumb, and if movies are true, which obviously I hope we never fucking figure this out. There's a part of me. Part of me that thinks it would be very cool.
I thought it was
going to
happen during COVID. Honestly.
Oh my god!
I thought it was going to happen.
I know a buddy of mine too. He's like, man, I gotta get a shotgun. I gotta go buy a shotgun. What do I need to get? What's a good gun to get? I'm like, for what? Are you going hunting? Like, dude, I think people are gonna start walking around and shit, like being zombies, and like, there's some shit going on. The government's hiding shit. Like,
well, the government is hiding shit. That's been proven. But
it's like, how fucking long have you been awake? Go to sleep.
Right. Are you on Ambien, bro?
But no, I would pick the zombie apocalypse. Just like I said, if the movies are true, shoot them in the head, and I feel like I could control those situations and be quiet, hunker down, find an area to where I could survive. But I feel like the robots would be just way too smart.
All right. I could see that. I could definitely see
that. That's all I got.
Okay.
Just a tip topic, courtesy of the Rayburn brothers.
Let's hear
Why? This is the toilet seat travesty. They kind of threw me. They kind of threw me an idea, but I piggybacked off of it. We came up with this. Why are guys? This is gonna piss a lot of people off. I know it already. So just don't blow up the chat of the people that's still in here. Why are guys taught that they have to put the toilet seat down when they're done, but women are not taught that they should be courteous to men and put the seat up when they're done? There's a good chance. There's a good chance if I use the restroom, yes, Karina may be the next one in there.
Right.
I get it. I can set the seat down, set it up, and help the next person. If she's in the bathroom, there's a good chance the next person that's going to use the bathroom, especially Owen, is going to be either me or Owen. So why would she not have the seat up ready for us? There's a good chance we're going to have to use the bathroom before she has to again.
Right. And I will agree with that. Broke my fucking microphone again.
Nice.
Have to get some.
Now, I will say, I'm going to go ahead and come out and say this before people start fucking going off. I don't know if it is. I'm sure my mom's already thumb tapping on the screen. But I don't do that. I don't think about that. I'm one that, like, when I'm done using the restroom, I will close both lids and then flush the toilet. Because we want equality, Hunter said.
Yeah.
Turn that pot, you wooden spoon. But
when you stir a pot, do you go clockwise or do you go counterclockwise, Hunter?
Let me think. Oh man, that's a good question. That is a good question. I gotta think about that.
I'm counterclockwise, and I don't hold it with the tips of my fingers.
I am too.
I use my whole hand. Like, I go like this.
I've got a pair of tweezers, a ruler in here. So, like, when I hold the spoon, I hold it like this. This is my spoon, and I do it counterclockwise. I do it like this.
No,
so
if I'm like mixing eggs in a bowl, it's like on the side, but it's clockwise.
Right. You tip the bowl and you
and you whisk it. Yeah.
It. Yes.
But if I'm stirring a pot like chili or whatever, it's counterclockwise. Yeah.
Yep. But I will occasionally. I'll do this. I'll do the counterclockwise, and then I'll do this deal where I flip my wrist, whoop, like that, right. And then you just go whoop, do a big scoop, do a little flip and roll.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why Stephanie stayed around for so long, is because I put the toilet seat down.
Well, see, and I do it. I mean, I just
do it to be courteous. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want to be yelled at. I get sick of that. There's battles that I want to fight in this world.
But like,
and
yeah,
then there's
I see
others
where
that
you're
I don't
saying,
want
like,
to.
but why are you getting yelled at? Is it really that big of a fucking deal? Like, you don't leave it up for me, so like, what the fuck?
How the hell did we go from toilet seats to stirring directions? Well, Hunter started stirring the pot, so I called him the wooden spoon. So we started
And then
talking about that.
and then I asked, was what direction do you stir the pot?
But yeah, I'm
Counterclockwise or
one of those.
clockwise?
I set both toilet seats down, the lid and everything.
Now we've got one here at the house that if you just hit the top of it, it'll close silently.
Slow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I need to tighten.
We need to get a new toilet seat.
I need to tighten it up a little bit now because it's kind of going clunk when it falls down. But
yeah, we're about due for a new toilet seat, and I think I want to do something like that. Get one of those.
It was only like $10 more, and it was worth it. It was pretty nice there for a while.
Toilet seats. I don't think the price of them's really changed a whole lot, unless you get a bidet.
Right.
We're not talking about that. I don't like those. You ever use one? You ever use a bidet?
Yep, I have. Where was I at? I think I was in a fucking hotel in Colorado.
Fucking scary, dude.
Yeah,
my buddy's house had one, and I used it one time. He's like, "Just try it," and I'm like, "Whatever." So I come out, and I felt like
I made violated.
Sure. I do. I made sure that I was dried. Like everything was clean. But for the rest of the day, I just felt my asshole felt wet. I just felt wet and cold, and I did not like it.
Me walking around with a little quarter-sized water spot on the back of your pants.
No, but see, that's what I was saying. I made sure that I every time I wiped that it was dry.
Every time you take a step, it's just getting squirting one little drop out.
Yeah, I was making sure that it wasn't. I wasn't wet like I was feeling, but I did not like it. It didn't feel good. But yeah, I do wonder why it is such a big deal if you don't put the toilet seat down.
I don't understand.
I hear Steph chiming. She's chattering in the background. What's she saying?
She's saying you shouldn't flush with the toilet seat open because all the fucking particles are flying around. Yeah.
They splash out. Correct. Yep. That is exactly why I said I shut both lids and then flush.
Right.
Because it's easier to clean up underneath the thing. But here's the problem. When you do that, and this isn't my fucking problem, this is a women's problem. I just do what I'm fucking told. But when you do that, think about this, Steph, because I know you can hear me. If I close both of those lids and I flush the toilet and it's splashing particles around, it is hitting that lid and coming back down on top of the seat that your ass is going to be sitting on.
True. She said, nah.
I mean, bullshit. I'm here for it. I don't.
No, because the lid's covering up the seat.
No, what the fuck do you think this is? A mason jar? It's not a sealed deal in between the two lids. You're gonna get some splashage in between. There's a gap. They're not like.
She said, "I'd rather it be on my ass than my toothbrush."
True.
Get fucking punted, John.
But still, dude, that's the argument of I don't want the splashing on the seat,
Right.
Let's see. Dad said our compromise is this: I'll make sure I lift the seat and don't pee on it while I have to aim. She makes sure she looks before sitting down. No aiming necessary. Now I'll tell you what, I did have a fucking coming to Jesus meeting one night in the middle of the night where I woke up, my stomach was hurting real bad, and I had to go shit. And I'm assuming, because me and Karina both obviously keep the seat down just out of habits in here, but I'm assuming Owen had used the bathroom in the middle of the night. But I had ran in there half asleep one time, went to go in there not thinking I was going to make it, and shit down my leg, and went to sit down, and I went right down into the water. Yeah. Oh, my God. I was so fucking scared, dude. And I thought I was gonna make an even bigger mess when I realized that had just happened too. Oh fuck. Hunter says I need more than one flush.
You probably need to go get checked out, man.
I feel like you need to go to the bathroom more.
Yeah, you need to just quit holding it all in, dude. Holding it all in is not healthy for your mentality.
Hooey.
Let it out, bro. Multiple times.
You do 2 times a day instead of 1. Do a morning and evening one.
Yeah.
So
speaking of that, I'm on the verge of needing to put the toilet seat up.
Oh. I'm getting ready. I think I'm getting ready to as well, and then call it an evening.
But before we go, the world has lost one of the funniest people, most controversial people on the planet. Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, passed away. So we'll just have a little moment of silence for Pee Wee Herman. All right.
I also got Bexley to watch a little bit of Pee Wee Herman with me. I turned his Netflix movie, Pee Wee Herman's Big Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I turned that on, and she sat there and watched it with me for a little bit. But it's not animated, so she really don't give a fuck about very many TV shows or movies if they're not animated. But she watched it for a little bit. But I did support old Pee Wee and turn one of those on and watch it a little bit ago before I had to go out and grill some hamburgers. But
and John and I were talking about it earlier. Apparently, he's been battling cancer for privately
6 years
for quite a long time. So,
yeah,
God be with
that's
you,
a
Pee Wee
long
Herman.
time, dude.
You will be missed, sir.
A lot of laughs.
And
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I think that's a podcast. Man. Yeah,
that's a podcast.
Make sure. Let me put this in here real quick. Hold on. I made something while we were sitting here. Merch. There's the merch link. Mama Steed and Keith Bradley should be getting their merch very shortly. You could have some too. Go there, buy some stuff, support the stream and this podcast and all that good stuff. And we will see you next week on Monday.
We'll be updating some pictures that we got of us down at the Wax Museum and stuff on the socials here soon. So we'll try and put that on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. We still got to work on getting some clips and stuff on the old Ticker Talker. But
I also have have some words to live by our good friend Thomas Timez Meserol.
Oh, did you get you a sticker?
Ride or die, bitches.
Where'd you get that?
At the track. He had his merch trailer there at Terre Haute when they were here last week.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to get me one.
Yep.
We've been talking to Timez, too, trying to get him on here. So
he said he's down. I have his contact information, so hopefully at some point in time here in the near future, we can get him on here. I'm already working on designing him some graphics as well for his YouTube channel, his Timez TV on YouTube. So check him out. Follow us everywhere on socials, and we will see you Monday, a week from now at 8:30.
Yeah.
Buy merch or die.
Peace.